Hey everybody, I'm Alpha Jack. Welcome to the ePoi, the brightest, most advanced button programmable poi you've ever spun. With this quick video guide, you can learn how to use the ePoi to create custom color sets, select from 20 different flashing patterns, how to activate your flow timer, use flux motion reaction, and more. And hey, don't feel like hearing me talk? Check out the printed manual that came with your purchase at any time. The ePoi have a lot of functionality to explore, but you can use them as simply as you like and still have an awesome time. First, unlock the ePoi. The ePoi will come locked to protect it in shipping. To unlock it, click and hold the button on the bottom of your ePoi for 3 seconds until your ePoi flashes red and turns on. Then release. Keep clicking this button to select between the 5 default modes. To turn the ePoi off, click and hold this button for half a second. Turn it back on by clicking again from off. This is everything you need to know to start spinning. Feel free to continue watching if you'd like to learn about all of the more advanced features of your ePoi. The ePoi's leash comes at 27.5 inches long, but you can easily adjust it to your preferred length. Most poi spinners recommend adjusting it so the entire poi is roughly the length of your arm. However, different body types and spinning styles may call for different lengths, so find what's most comfortable for you. To adjust the leash, find the point near the handle where the leash wraps around the metal rings. Take the small exposed end and pull it through the ring until you reach your ideal length. You will be left with excess leash. To get it out of the way, simply cut it off with a scissors or knife, which I do not have with me. To make sure the leash doesn't fray, use a lighter or heat gun to heat up the very tip of the leash. Be careful not to touch the flame to the cord or to the metal rings. Just use the heat to lightly char the end of the leash. Flashing patterns are the way the lights flash as you spin your ePoi. We have 20 incredible pattern options that can all be customized. This is how you select them. When you click through your ePoi, you'll see that each of the 5 modes is default set to the leftmost flashing pattern in its row. You can select any one of the 4 patterns in each mode's row. Here's how. First, click to turn on the ePoi. Then, click to the mode where you want to change your flashing pattern. Now, click and hold until your ePoi flashes blue. Then, click through the 4 flashing pattern options in that row. If you move the ePoi, you can preview what that flashing pattern will look like. Once you find the one you like, click and hold for half a second to save your selection. This flashing pattern will now be saved to this mode, even if you turn off the ePoi or it runs out of power. Repeat these steps on any mode to change your other flashing patterns. Each mode has 4 different flashing pattern options. So with 5 different modes, that's a total of 20 total flashing patterns. The ePoi lets you create color sets by combining any 3 colors off of a 24 color palette. You can either create a color set just for a particular mode, or you can program a color set that applies universally to all modes. We'll show you that one first. To create a color set that applies universally to all the modes on the ePoi, start by turning the ePoi off. From off, click and hold the button until your ePoi flashes orange. Then release. You will now see white, the first of 24 colors. Continue clicking to scroll through all 24 options. To choose your first color, stop on the color you want and hold the button for half a second. Then release. Repeat this step to select your second and third colors. As you're selecting, you can move the ePoi to preview live what those previous colors will look like together. So that's my second, and this is my third color, and you can see the blue, green, and white combining together. As I change, new colors are added. To create a gap in your color set, you can select the second color option on your palette. It's called blank. It'll appear as a low flashing white. Just hold to select that and you've added a blank. If you want less than 3 colors or just 1 color, you can scroll to blank at any time and click and hold it until it flashes red. And then you've exited color programming. with just 1 or 2 colors. The colors you chose will now be applied to all modes on the ePoi. Now, if you would like to change the colors on just one of the modes, all you have to do is go to that mode and hold it down until it flashes orange. The colors you choose here will apply only to the mode you currently have selected, and they will overwrite the colors that were programmed before. You can set the tint of your colors to create cool, subtle-looking effects on your modes, or to reduce the brightness and save extra battery life, and it's super easy to do. When you're programming colors, just like in the previous section, you can set each individual color to a high, medium, or low tint. First, return to color selection by clicking and holding until it flashes orange. Now, when selecting a color you like, click and hold until you see all 3 of your tint options, high, medium, and low. When you see the tint that you like, release the button on that tint to select it. You can mix and match different colors and tints on all 3 color slots. Plus, as you choose new colors, you can shake the ePoi to preview what your color set will look like. The flow timer allows your modes to change automatically while you're spinning. Here's how you use it. First, turn off your ePoi. Now, click and hold the button until it flashes yellow. Keep holding past orange, and then release. Click through the 4 yellow options: solid, blinky, super blinky, and blinkiest. Select your flow timer option by clicking and holding one of these for half a second and then letting go. These 4 options represent different ways to use your flow timer. Solid is vertical, blinky is horizontal, super blinky is selected, and blinkiest turns the flow timer off. Simply hold and select this to return your ePoi to normal operation. If you want to exit the flow timer quickly while the flow timer is on, all you have to do is quickly hold for a few seconds until it flashes yellow, then let go. Now it returns back to normal operation. Same way as if you were to choose the blinkiest option in the yellow menu. When the flow timer is activated, your light will simply turn on and off by clicking the button, not by clicking and holding. You will not be able to change your flashing patterns, your individual color sets, and you will not be able to cycle through your modes. To regain this functionality, you'll need to turn the flow timer off by either using the shortcut that we just showed you, or going back into the yellow options and selecting the blinkiest. First, eLock. eLock battery protection allows you to lock your ePoi so that they don't turn on in your bags by accident. To turn on eLock, turn your ePoi off. Then, hold the button until your ePoi flashes red. Then let go. To exit, click to low red, and click and hold for half a second, and your lights won't lock. After you select high red, your ePoi will turn off and lock. You can't turn it back on by clicking. To unlock your ePoi, click and hold the button for 3 seconds until your ePoi flashes red. Your ePoi will now turn on with all custom selections as you last left them. Warning, this will reset your ePoi back to all factory settings. You will lose all of your programmed color sets and flashing pattern choices. To master reset, first turn your ePoi off. Now, click and hold the button until it flashes white, then let go. Click and hold for half a second on high white to master reset, or click to low white to cancel and keep your program selections. After selecting high white, your ePoi will now master reset and be restored to factory default settings. You will now be able to use your ePoi as normal. The ePoi's battery will last anywhere from 5 to 12 hours, depending on the modes you choose and the brightness of your colors. Once it starts to get dim, you're ready to recharge. Use the included dual micro USB cable to charge both ePoi at once. Open the slit on the side of the ePoi to find the USB port. The ePoi will display a solid green when they're charging. They will turn off completely when charging is done. Simply unplug them and return to your flow. That's everything you need to know about your ePoi. Now start spinning and have an emazing day. Alpha Jack out.